Okay, good morning, everyone. Just a couple reminders. This is the last week of the quarter, so it's very important that you all know what you're doing. Anytime that I talk to any of you, make sure that you know that this is the home page. My office hours and my tutoring hours there by the day. So today's Monday. Make sure you go according to those plans if you want to come by and see what's up. My remind, if you haven't gotten a remind, calculators. I got one for the Chromebook, one for Android, and one for Apple users. So make sure you know what's up. I kind of fixed this little area to make it a little more neater. So make sure you go to quarter one. After this week will be quarter two. Make sure we're in October 12. So we go to right here where it says October. You click it. You go back to the bottom. Okay. Right now, you're going to be in this folder Monday. You're going to do everything as normal. You got the notes, we got the video, we got the attendance check. So make sure you do the attendance check. But if you're ready, you want to start the DCA. The DCA is in the folder before, so you just press the back button. And you'll see that the DCA is right here. You have from today till Wednesday to complete it. Now, this is a test, but I'm going to take care of you guys, and I'm just going to make sure, hey, if you try and do it, you give me a good job, it's just going to benefit you. It won't hurt you, okay? So just try it out. It will not hurt you. It's only there so I can see where we're at, and so the district can have some information on it. But anyways, make sure you do the folder for today. The other days are just going to be for you to make up that test and then make up work. Make up work, make up work, make up work. Okay? But let's get started with today's lesson. On Friday, we went over graphing linear equations. We're doing the same thing today, except it's part two. Graphing linear equations, part two. Steps to graphing. Steps to graphing, you want to make sure that you identify the slope, the y-intercept from slope-intercept form, and then use the y-intercept on your y-axis and use your slope as fractions. Slope must be fractions. Your slope is my m, your y-intercept is my b. Again, if you're not confident with graphing, use Desmos. There's no hard feelings to using Desmos. It's actually more beneficial for you since you're at home and you are doing virtual school. So use Desmos to help you out a lot. Okay. First example, slope-intercept form. Let me zoom in a little bit more. It's a good amount. Okay, slope-intercept form. What is slope-intercept form? Slope-intercept form is my y equals mx plus b. And I want to identify my slope and my intercept, which you should be able to do it from right here right away. You should be able to tell me that my slope is in front of my x, which is -4. My b value, in this case, is 3. Now I want to graph. We start with my b value, which is also a coordinate 0, 3, because of x, y, and this is my y-intercept. And then we need my slope as a fraction, so don't forget to put it over 1. Since this is negative, please remember that we are going down and then 1 to the right. We're always going down or up and then to the right. All right, let's start it. Start with my y-intercept at 0, 3. 0, 3. It's on my y-axis. And then we do the 4 down and 1 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 over. And you can keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 over. And that's all the space I have. Get out your beautiful ruler or whatever you can use. But since we're online, you're just picking graphs. And you draw a beautiful line. Slope-intercept form is probably the easiest one. So just make sure you know how to convert to slope-intercept form. Next one, point-slope form. Now, in the notes from Friday, I always said to convert first. And you can try converting right now, but it's not going to work, and I'll tell you why. When you convert, you can do it on your own. It's going to be y equals negative 1/2 x, and then it's going to give me a fraction. Again, we don't want fraction as our y-intercept, so that's not going to work. So what do? We want to take out the point, opposite x, opposite y, and then the slope. All right, let's do it. Let's take out the point first, opposite x, opposite y. Taking out the x value first, we look at where x is at. Boom. It's in parentheses with that 3, so that's who I'm going to take out. So I take out that 3, but when I take it out, it turns into a negative 3 because you're doing the opposite. Same thing for the y value. We go to the y. Okay, it's right here with that negative 4. When I take out that 4, it turns positive. And there will be my point. Let's go ahead and plot that point first. We go to negative 3, 4, and I plot that beautiful point right there. From that point, now we get to use my slope. Slope is negative 1/2. That's already in a fraction, so since it's in a fraction, I can go ahead and do my movement. Fast forward through this. Fast forward till you see me working again. Okay, so now we do the movement. In this case, it's negative 1/2. So since it's negative, that means I'm going down. And then 2 to the right. So we do it. Down 1, 2 to the right. Down 1, 2 to the right. And as you can see, I'm putting points where I'm done because those points connect. Boom. And we draw my beautiful line. And then we're done. But remember, use Desmos. Go to Desmos.com. You could put in those equations and it'll give you that exact same line, I promise. Okay, next one. These are just reminders. Zero slope. Zero slope is a horizontal line. How does that look like? It goes from side to side. Horizontal line, y equals negative 3. I want to go to my y-axis at negative 3. How does that line look like? Side to side. Boom. That's all you got to do. Just remember that. Yes, you can go to Desmos, put that in, you'll be good to go, I promise. Undefined slope. Undefined slope is a vertical line, which is up and down. Here we go to x at 2, so I go x at 2, which is right there. Put a point, and then we draw a beautiful line. Boom. Again, you could go to Desmos, put that in, you should be good to go, I promise. What's the new stuff today? Standard form. For all this beautiful work, you need to convert. I'm going to do the first one for this video, and then you go on to the second video to do the ones from your own. So, convert. What do I need to convert? I needed to say y equals. So this is where we need to remember. Move x and then divide. So we got 4x. Throwing it over turns into a negative 4x. Bringing everything down. Got negative 6y. That's a positive 18. And then we divide. Divide, divide, divide. Who do I divide by? This is already a routine, ladies and gentlemen. Divided by the number in front of my y, that coefficient. Negative 6, negative 6, negative 6. Boom, crosses out because we're going to get my y equals. Be careful when you put this in the calculator. If you've done this correctly and you've downloaded the apps, you got it on your computer, you should be able to do that in alpha y equals. If not, please come to tutorials so we can figure out how to get you correct calculator. Do this in the calculator, it's going to give me a positive number because double negative. And then we got 4 over 6, which reduces to 2 over 3x. 18 over negative 6, that gives me negative 3. Here we should be able to identify my slope and my y-intercept. My slope from this equation. Slope is in front of my x, which is 2/3. My b value is not just 3, but negative 3. Now, is this slope positive or negative? Ask yourself real quick. Positive. Go up and over to the right. Start at negative 3, which is the coordinate 0, negative 3. 0, negative 3. And then you go up 2 over 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it for this video. If you need to do your own problems, which are the next two, go on to the next video and you'll hear about it right now. Good stuff.